Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch today a movie. You know that each month I'm reacting to one movie that you are choosing on Patreon, and that's why on Patreon you are choosing it. You have it 1 month earlier than on YouTube, and you have it with an extended reaction part. Extended reaction parts for movies, it's really longer, like it's between 15 and 20 minutes longer. So if you want to see the longer version of my reaction video to this movie, you can go on my Patreon for that. And already on my Patreon, if you are watching this on YouTube, they already have the next movie. I don't know if you understood that or not. Today I'm gonna watch the name in English of that one, The Trial of the Chicago 7. You had the choice between Monk, The Devil All the Time and The Trial of Chicago 7, and you chose the last one. I told you that I really love a lot the work of Aaron Sorkin, and that's why I wanted to put that movie on this poll. I really appreciated all of his work on movies but also on shows. He made a lot of amazing shows, so that's why I'm really excited today to discover one new movie that he made, and also because it's about a trial, an important one. I don't know the story of that one, but I have a special history, you know, with trials like that. Like when I was a teenager, I was really interested by trials like that. I even made some researches, I mean just for myself, not for school or anything, but just for myself. I made some researches like that on big trials which were important for other countries and stuff like that. And I even made researches, but also, you know, like notes like that, resuming everything, because I thought that it was really interesting to see how the justice system was working outside of my country, and also the fact that yes, in some case justice can make mistakes because it's made by men, but the most interesting is to know why they made that mistake. And for me, in fact, it's making justice stronger because of that, because you're learning from these mistakes and you don't want to do these mistakes again. So that's why I'm really excited today to discover that new movie about a trial that I don't know anything about, and also because it's made by Aaron Sorkin. I saw also, you know, with the casting that we have, I don't know how to pronounce it in English, Sacha Baron Cohen in French. I saw that he was into this movie. I have to confess it, I didn't watch Borat and the other ones, you know, that he made like that. I didn't watch them because, you know, I watched the trailers of them and I heard a lot of people talking about his movies, and really I was like, no, it's not it's not a movie for me. Like, I'm not sure that I can appreciate it. I love a lot of comedies, you know, a lot of movies which are just fun and all, but that kind of humor, that kind of jokes and all, I don't think that it's for me. Maybe I should put, oh, you know, I should make another poll on my Patreon with only movies like that. Not all of his movies, but you know, movies with that type of humor, to see how I could react to it, if I could really appreciate it or not, and for you also to see how I'm reacting in front of that kind of shows. I don't think that I reacted to comedy movies already on my channel. I don't think so. Maybe it could be interesting for another poll, for another movie. Tell me if you could be interested by that, you know, to have me reacting to that type of movie, and if you have some to advise me, tell me that on the comments. It could be fun, maybe. Okay, that's gonna be for another poll and for another day, for another video. Today it's gonna be that one. I didn't prepare any tissue, now that I think about it. Maybe it's a mistake. we'll see how it's gonna be. It's a really long movie, more than 2 hours, so I'm gonna make a short intro right there and let's go for this movie. I'm really excited. You know, Aaron Sorkin, I really love his work, so I'm so excited to discover something new. I already told you that if you want you can join my Patreon because it's the best way to support me, because on it you have these reaction videos about movies 1 month earlier, you are choosing the movie, you have it with an extended reaction part which is really longer and stuff like that. I already told you so. That was a short intro. I know 7 minutes for you, it's not that short. For me it's really short. Did you? And I know that I'm gonna cut into it.
But if we met there with violence, you better believe that we're gonna meet that violence with non-violence. Always non-violence. What I always do is what I taught you to do, which is what?
Very calmly and very politely.
Fuck the motherfuckers up!
Okay, good way to present all of the characters, their environments,
You can't give this speech in Chicago.
their opinions also.
I pay you to win.
I'm not sure we can get a good type of conspiracies. Why not? For one thing, some of these people have never met each other. Telephone. There are people who will see this as the Justice Department restraining free speech, and people who see these men as marks.
Are any of those people in this room?
No, sir.
I understand why they're trying to smoke Abby, Jerry, and even running dogs. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what the two of us are doing.
It's the Academy Awards of protest, and as far as I'm concerned, it's an honor just to be nominated.
Yeah, I can see why you could think
Keeping a list
that.
every day. Americans who have been killed since the day we were arrested. Trial starting, it might get easy to forget who this is about.
One of you is... Okay, Black Panther guy.
We don't need you to. You two gonna be like this.
Now your friends here shouldn't sit together. The jury's not gonna like that.
Spread out, okay? Next, take your very scary hats off.
You're afraid of ants?
Are you stoned?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oi oi.
They represent 3 different groups.
And the record should reflect that Defendant Hoffman and I are not related. Father, no!
Your Honor.
Jerry, you need to shut up and clearly the judge saying.
Your Honor, you're referring to the defendant Dellinger.
Derringer.
It's Dellinger.
Can you...
Dellinger is a bank robber. Derringer is a gun. He's David Dellinger, and the judge and I are not related.
Your Honor, I'd like to...
And this judge is awful.
I object to being characterized as a member of this group. Who is your lawyer? Charles R. Gary. Is Mr. Gary here today?
Nope.
No. You representing Mr. Sid? No, sir. Then sit. You are sitting right next to the man. Just representing. It's the same case.
He has a right to choose his lawyer.
But I will not permit him to address the jury when his perfectly competent lawyer is sitting...
It's not his! It's beginning to annoy me also.
Are we using this trial to defend ourselves against very serious charges that could land us in prison for 10 years? Or are we using it to say a pointless fuck you to the establishment?
Fuck you.
That is what I was afraid of.
The trial shouldn't be about us.
I would love if it wasn't about us, but it definitely is. John Lee,
Does anyone think our judge might be crazy?
the judge is wrong.
I got an invitation.
You're fighting for the cause, but right there you're defending yourselves, not the cause.
I'd like to sit in on these meetings. Yes, you can. I think I will anyway. Fred, Bobby's life is at stake, and you guys are playing to the crowd?
Thank you.
Shut up.
Hey guys are free on bail. Bobby's locked up because he's under arrest in Connecticut for killing a cop. It's not like he refused to give up his seat on the bus.
Ah, for the previous thing, the girl talked about it.
This is a political trial that was already decided for us. Mr. Hoffman and Mr. Rubin, is it? Abby and Jerry's fine.
And what was said at that meeting?
I was told that the Youth International Party would be holding a festival of life and that there would be thousands of young people attending and that there would be rock bands playing in the park. Also said that there would be public fornication.
2,000? 10,000. Jesus Christ. Right?
He said, oh, you could give me $100,000 and I could call the whole thing off.
Thank you.
He was joking.
On August 2nd, you had a meeting with Tom Hayden and Rennie Davis.
Hayden.
On August 12th, you had a meeting with David Dellinger.
I'll tell you the same thing I told the others.
I can't be sure.
Because
Well, I
there
can
are
be sure they're
different
recorded
groups.
in the log. City Hall.
Okay.
Thousands of people are coming to Chicago. If they're not given a place to demonstrate, they're going to demonstrate wherever they're standing. So it's reckless, irresponsible.
You want an organized manifestation, not people.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Sue, would you identify the man sitting behind you? His name's Fred Hampton. Let the record indicate that Mr. Hampton is head of the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party. Mr. Hampton is clearly giving Mr. Seal legal advice.
Excuse me, sir, but for all you know, Mr. Hampton is giving Mr. Seal the score of the White Sox game.
I will assume that he is not.
You will assume? What kind of judge are you?
So when you called the FBI and told them about Mr. Hoffman's attempt to extort a government employee, what'd they say?
I didn't call the FBI.
Sorry,
Why? So you didn't think that he was serious?
I had no reason not to believe he was serious.
All right, and along with extortion to know that perjury is...
That's a lot of way to put these words and to not answer.
I'd like to cross-examine the witness. I'm laying out. Have you ever met me? Sit, Mr. Seal.
You didn't make any meeting with him.
They're 6 and 11. They're with us.
How do you know?
6 made sure I saw a copy of the James Baldwin novel under her arm, and 11's been nodding.
It's 2.
Gentlemen, it's been brought to my attention that 2 of our jurors have received threatening notes from a member or members of the Black Panther Party. Juror number 6 and juror number 11. Each of
No.
these-
We're watching you.
And you understand that defendant Bobby Seale is the head of the Black
Judge,
Panthers.
you can't-
He is the chairman of the Black Panther Party.
You want to turn them against the guys, you know,
Your family
when
has
they
been
were
treated,
not.
so have you. You're dismissed from this jury. Thank you for your service.
I'm sorry.
Keep reading James Baldwin. He's sequestering the jury.
Of course
What?
it is. I want a medical evaluation of this judge.
Every day? You had that on television?
Oh, thanks.
What are you wearing?
It's an homage to you, Your Honor.
Do you have clothes on?
No, you didn't do that.
Yes.
Take off your clothes, please.
If I show up tailed by 2 undercover police officers, that'd be hard to explain. This isn't her
Okay,
fault.
that's what you meant by
This
your
is
guys.
definitely not her parents' fault. All right, go back in the crowd and let them find you. I'll need
You're
that car
gonna-
to follow you.
Don't fucking move. Under feet.
Those are 2 contradictory instructions.
Did he tell the crowd to back down?
Everybody get back! I'm all right, stay cool.
He was egging them on. Did
What?
you take Mr. Hayden under arrest at that moment?
I have a motion. I will give you, Mr. Sue.
For real?
Does your young friend, Mr. Hampton, have a background in law?
Your Honor, the other...
He can, no?
I'd like to join in Mr. Seale's motion.
You're standing right next to him. Why don't you just represent him?
We're gonna come back to that?
Overruled.
I am being denied right now my constitutional
Will you be
right
quiet?
for
Will
legal representation.
Will you be quiet? You have lawyers to speak for you.
No!
He doesn't.
Oh,
Do you know why the French only eat 1 egg for breakfast?
No.
Because the French,
we don't do that.
1 egg is enough.
Wow.
I know. I'm Daphne O'Connor. Special Agent Daphne O'Connor, FBI Counterintelligence.
Where were they leading these 800 people?
To police headquarters at 11th and State.
Why?
Tom Hayden was being held there on charges of tampering with a police vehicle.
I'm sorry, I have the impression that I'm not reacting a lot during this movie, but it's really because I'm interested, I'm really focused on what's happening. I have the impression to learn things, you know, from the US story. You need all of these guns, really?
What do you mean, fuck it? This is it. It's time.
That's...
Why the fuck not? Because we'll be critically injured. I don't think they're gonna surrender, man. Keep them moving. Dad and I are gonna stay and make Tom's day. Back to the park.
When they got back to the park, they saw that 3 divisions of police officers had moved in from the south.
Why using guns, you know, against the protest? Do they have guns, these protesters?
The guy somewhere in the crowd shouts. Someone in the crowd shouting. Riot clubs? They're made out of the same wood they use for baseball bats.
It's violent, it's fucking violent, I'm against it, but for now, we also riot and machine like that. Let that poor girl! Are you? For doing what? For stopping some frat fucking boys to rape her?
Return to the park.
Okay, so no guns were out, but still, oof.
This is what happened when we try to go up a hill. We're not getting anywhere near the convention.